Today is Friday, April the 17th, 2020. I am Julie Hankinson, and this is the view out my window. I looked at the numbers this morning and I'm going 22 million people unemployed. And I'm just thinking, oh my gosh, this is like something out of one of those apocalyptic disaster books or movies, It's World War III, with Brad Pitt. And there are these murmurings of stuff going on in Africa and India. And of course, we're not really paying attention, because we're thinking about other stuff. And then it hits New York City. And bam! We're all running for the food stores. And about that time, half the population turns into zombies. This is one of those scary zombie movies that I feel like just got dropped into here. And I can't even imagine what's going on for all of these people who are now unemployed and they can't get into the IRS website because that's overloaded, trying to find out about their stimulus checks. They can't get in to file for unemployment because that's overwhelmed. And and then the small business loans that were supposed to be given out, that ran out of money. And they're closing the meat plants, so there will be some meat shortages now coming down the pike, and that's just in the U.S. That's not even depending on imports. And I'm just going, this whole thing is supposedly supposed to peak around June 3rd. Now that is an artificial intelligence, an AI estimate, which has been created by input from about 400 scientists and economists and people like that who are looking at when the peaks and all of the first wave peaks and how the virus is moving across the United States. And they're saying that that's when they expect people to begin to open up shops or go back to work. And that's around June the 3rd. They're saying all of this early opening stuff on May 1st is just a bunch of fol-de-rah and, to plan accordingly. Although I did see that Boeing is sending their people back to work to continue to build commercial airliners, which of course we don't need anymore right now. And that just, to me, defies logic unless they're expecting another big bailout, which I think that money could be spent better elsewhere, supporting all these other people who are currently unemployed. But that's just me talking out of my self-isolation here. When you're self-isolating, your brain tends to go in 50 different directions, and some thoughts are productive and some are just bouncing off the wall and coming back at you. So it's interesting. We just got a notice again that we need to self-isolate for another week. They're telling us on a week-by-week basis. But again, gracious, I don't know where this music's coming from. Somebody's having a little self-isolation party, I guess. But can you hear that? Wow, they've got their music system seriously cranked up, which is very odd. Um, but I have noticed on YouTube and even on Facebook throughout the world that there are people who are stepping up and buying groceries. They're paying for people's utilities. They're paying people's rent, trying to help out other people, as well as the government resources that are available. So it's very good to see so many people rallying around and helping others. So I'd like to think that we are all not alone, and that through this crisis we will all work together and help each other and, be empathetic and not be selfish or mean-spirited. I realize that some people strike out of fear, and we need to definitely avoid those type of people, because they will just bring us all down. So please, even if you're young and strong and healthy, stay inside so that you don't infect somebody that will not survive this. Because I've recently heard that there were some people that were deliberately going out to get infected. I mean, there are always some of the weird people in the world that you just don't understand, where they're coming from. But seriously, stay inside, stay safe, and I wish you all the best, and we'll see you here tomorrow night in good spirits, and hopefully with your own thoughts, congealing in a more beneficial way. Y'all take care. Good night.